Yo, what's going on, Philadelphia Eagles fans? It's your boy Philly Day One, and what a horrible Monday, man. What a horrible Monday. When you lose to the Cowgirls, man, Mondays just don't seem the same. But I just don't know. I don't know what you do about your offensive line, your starting offensive line, not being up to par. We just paid Cam Jurgens. I've seen him with at least 3 blocks last night. Tyler Steen is Tyler Steen, and he with 2. Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata act like they never played with each other ever. It's just, this offensive line is pretty bad. Compounded with Kevin Patula's really simple offensive scheme. It puts us in a really bad place as far as our offense. Defense are breaking down. It's like if you got 2 to 3 ball tires and you got one really good tire, it's gonna break down. It's just a matter of time when it does. And we're having those issues now. Reed went out with a thigh injury. Andrew McCouble went out with an ankle injury. Adoree Jackson went out with a concussion. I don't know what we do with the offense, and the defense is like really falling apart. Though in that game we had some pretty questionable calls, but with the talent and being up 21 points, that should never make a difference in how we play the game. We went 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, fumble, 3 and out, 3 and out, field goal, and missed it. We're doing a great job of losing these games. We've been okay with winning the majority of them. Outside of the Giants game, we've been doing a really good job of winning. The Giants and the Vikings, we did a really good job of winning these games. It was some stuff we could cleaned up there, but it's just we're our biggest enemies right now, and you don't see that from any championship squad. Even the one we had last year, we weren't doing this kind of stuff last year. You know what I'm saying? We got a guy who, he ain't even supposed to catch that punt, let alone return it, and then you returned it and fumbled. We can't have that. Like Nick Sirianni said the same thing. We've been getting penalties, a lot of penalties, since the beginning of the season. How is it that he has not, I'll take this one on me? It don't make it go away when you go, I'll take this. This is my problem. I got to get them ready or prepared. It don't make it go away when you do that. We don't stop asking about why y'all can't be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Or why y'all don't know the rules. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little bit much. There's a lot of people, Emmanuel Acho, Shady, everybody's saying that Saquon Barkley is not having an impact. Saquon Barkley is having an amazing year. With the way that this offensive line is playing, he's having an amazing year. We're going to let Seth Joyner talk to these people. But, I totally disagree with the Saquon Barkley's not having a great year. The be able to get some, he might get 1,000 yards this year. He don't deserve, I wouldn't say he don't deserve. This offensive line don't deserve to have 1,000 yards. And I'm going to show you a couple plays why. And Nick Foles went on a podcast and went on to say some of the routes that he's seen that we're running is just, it could be compounding that nobody is scared of our offense. We got 2 top receivers and nobody is scared of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, you can say some of the check downs, he didn't even have to check it down. He didn't even have to check those down. He could have hit Devontae Smith for 5 yards when he threw Saquon out of bounds. When he threw Saquon out of bounds, he could have hit Devontae Smith for 5 yards. He's got to get better. He's got to play damn near perfect, man. If he don't lock in now, this could be disastrous for us in the playoffs. Disastrous. So let's get into it. Say I done fell many times, but I got back up. I've been drunk through the mud. Like it All right. Look, man. Let's first get into the Seth Joyner talks about Saquon Barkley not really playing well. Run the video.
Even the clowns over on social media saying the same thing. You know, I'm watching Emmanuel Acho yesterday, you know, him and Shady and their podcast, and he's talking about, oh, nobody's talking about Saquon's not what he was. Man, shut the hell up. Because you know what? You don't know anything. If you're a football guru and you're watching football with your eyes, especially as a defensive player, and you're looking at how pathetic this offensive line is playing right now, there's not a thing in your mind that says that you believe that Saquon Barkley is not what he was, okay? That's just nonsensical. The offensive line is the issue. The grandest mistake that the Eagles made was letting Mekhi Becton walk out of that door for $10 million over a 2-year span. That's a massive mistake because Tyler Steen can't get it done. He's a fill-in body, but he's not a dominant player. Mekhi Becton was a dominant figure where you could move people off the ball. And when you watch the offense now, between Tyler Steen and an injured Cam Jurgens and an undersized Cam Jurgens right now, they can't move anybody, Joe. They get dominated. Yeah. John, you were talking about the 5-man line. When you go, okay, think about this, and now you're going to be able to see. Early on, they played a lot of 4-man line. Their intent was to keep Saquon under pressure, but at the same time, create pressure in the pass game as well, because when your offensive line isn't playing well, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to be able to take your best pass rusher and put him under pressure by double teaming him. So you go a 5-man line. That makes every guy across the board have to fight.
Yeah, like if you look at the way this offensive line is blocking, they're damn near taking the handoff. People are in the backfield as Saquon Barkley is getting the ball, as he getting handoff. And there's not – now, if this was like a regular running back, he wouldn't get 3 yards. He wouldn't stumble 4 yards, nothing like that. But Saquon Barkley has been managing to get 4-yard gains or 8-yard gains. He's been losing a lot of yards, but he's been getting the 4-yard gains. And then when he has a little something that close up really, really fast, like some of these plays, when he has good runs, they like 4 to 8 yard runs. They in the range of 4 to 8 yards. You know, we had in the very last game, we was able to finish the game off with a run, and he got that for 8 yards. But outside of, on a consistent basis, we're not running the ball well, and it's because of the linemen. We ain't holding blocks. We're not executing blocks well. Jordan Mailata went out to say it, and we're just 1 block away. We're just 1 block away. Why we can't get that 1 block? What's going on to where we can't get 1 block? Last night, we took Grant Calcaterra, completely out of blocking. He was nowhere near the blocking play. And we still weren't able to get no kind of yards. You know what I'm saying? We threw it much, but we still weren't able to get a nice bit of yards. So, I mean, I don't even know how we fix this. I do know this, though. These offensive linemen may have given up. I look at some of these interviews, and
what's keeping the run game from getting going?
Definitely. I'm not the coach.
Well, stop playing behind the sticks in the first and second down. Just the penalties that have been very costly to us. That just requires focus. Honestly, it's something that takes no talent, and so we should. We're professionals. We should be like, I shouldn't be false starting, shouldn't be holding, and all that stuff really adds on to. Then when we get to third down and we're just like, okay, we're third down and 7 or third down and 11, just really unfavorable down and distances to try and trick the defense when they know, shoot, they've got 11 yards to gain the first down and it's probably going to be a pass. So, we are putting ourselves in a pretty predictable, I guess, down and distance when it comes to third down, but that's just because of how we're handling the first and second down. We're not taking care of the business up front or just shooting ourselves in the foot. So,
was there a common theme you thought in the final 3 quarters when it came to execution that you guys struggled with?
Obviously we didn't drive the ball down and score. So,
did they start doing something different? Because you guys had a ton of success with those first 3 drives.
Based on O-line stuff, no, not really.
The running game hasn't been able to kind of put games away the way it has in the past. I would say it's been a problem for a lot of the season. What are you seeing? What happened today?
Yeah, we went in. They gave us a defense that they rarely run, and we just didn't execute the game plan we had.
What was that defense?
Just 5 down fronts. It's not typically something they were running a whole lot, and it turns out that was their flavor of the day.
So they started that way and then stayed that way. They didn't change. Okay, yeah. So that you guys were countering with that by throwing more to start the game.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And you just didn't adjust to it.
That's great. I don't come to the route concepts and stuff, but they really didn't do a whole lot of extra different stuff.
This has been kind of like a weekly thing with teams doing things differently and really concentrating their efforts on stopping the run. What can you guys do to get out of it, to get teams out of doing that?
Yeah, I think a big thing is, it's time on task with, obviously you can't run every play to every defense during the week. So I think we really just have to hone in on, having a game plan for every defense that a team has run and every possible defense that they could run, and make sure that we can execute against all of them.
I wouldn't say frustrated, more disappointed in myself. Not frustrated with anybody else. I'm a big believer that the run game starts with me and ends with me. So I'm in a little funk right now. I've had funks like this before. Just got to break it. And the only way I know how is by flushing this, working my butt off, and get ready for my next opportunity.
Saquon keeps kind of taking ownership.
It's not on Saquon. It's on all of us. It's on all of us. You can just watch the film. It's we always say we're one block away. As tiring and as repetitive as that is the truth. I'm tired of saying it, but we gotta, again, it starts with us. We got to do a better job of execution, and until we do that, this run game's not going anywhere. So
He thinks he's in a funk. Do you think
he's not in a funk, man.
He said it.
I'm not. I know. I'm just saying he's hard on himself, and it's just the guy Saquon is a good dude, but one of the greatest dudes I've ever known. But he's being hard on himself. It's on all of us up front.
They look like. Look, Fred Johnson looked like he didn't even give a shit. He didn't even care. You look at the way he conducted his interview. He was like he didn't care. Landon Dixon, he looked at frustrated, but he looked like he didn't even want to talk about it. Then Mailata is like the most. I don't even think they got Cam Jurgens. He must have ran and got on the plane. Cam Jurgens might be the worst. He missed 3 blocks last night. 3 of them. The screen one, he had 3 blocks in which he missed, and it cost us yards. Big time blocks. I don't know. Cam Jurgens shouldn't be playing if he can't at least get somebody. Like the 5, they keep talking about the 5 set people, 5 on the line. Block them. It's 5 of y'all. Block them. Block them. I just don't think, like losing Mekhi Becton, if Mekhi Becton was that much important to this team, we would have signed him back. It's just nobody's doing their job right now. The only person we can really count on is Pave the Lane. Pave the lane. And, he's going to come back. He's coming back a little earlier than what we expected. I think that we should let him stay out into the playoffs. We don't want to get him hurt again because Jalen Hurts is 5-10 when Lane Johnson ain't playing. We got to find a way to win these next couple of games. We got some okay teams, bad defenses, but because our offense so bad, we got to find a way to win these games. We got to find a way to win these games. The defense was I wouldn't say they was balling. They was holding their own. I don't think we see another tandem like this at wide receiver. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Even though CeeDee Lamb dropped like 3 passes, Y'all call him a top 5 in a receiver. He dropped like 5 passes. CeeDee Lamb is nice. He nice. But we got to find a way to get on the right page when it comes to this pass game, because we gave up 20-some yards. The defensive run game, like we want to put Ja'Kai Campbell in there so bad that we'll let people run on down our throat just to do it. Let's get into Nick Foles talking about the play calling and the simple routes and how easy it is to cover that.
Athletes, right? You have some great playmakers on your offense. They don't do enough to get guys open because of play design, which is alarming.
These guys are having to make great catches, great plays. And that's my point is when the route tree is simplistic, the defense knows that. They know, like, hey, like his stop points are, 6, 10, 14, exactly. And then occasionally he's going to run a slant and look for a slant and go. Very easy for a DB to, cover that. Well, when you motion him down and now he's running like a deep cross, or he's running a Seattle route, which is off of a deep cross and comes out of it, all those things. I mean, the great teams, those guys are wide open. Even like when I'm watching with Tori, she's like, why are these guys so wide open? I'm like, well, it's a complementary route to a deep route. I mean, those are what you want to do. Like the deep play action, when you have a running back like Saquon, you want the Seattle route, which it looks like a big S. Travis Kelce's one of the best in the game at running it, but getting A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, guys with speed, you want them running deep crosses, Seattle double cross, a post corner. You need those downfield shots because it puts more pressure on the DB. It opens up more one-on-one matchups, but you got to have complementary. You need to have both because then the DB can't key and can't guess. So the creativity is key as a play caller and calling the plays at the right time. And then you got the big thing with great play caller is, when do I call screens? Yeah, because you got to call. I know when I played, when I felt most comfortable, we do all this. And all of a sudden, man, we've been, screens. Oh, man, this is a great time to call a screen because we've set this up. I'm gonna do a little hitch in the pocket. I'm going to fade away. Boom. Wide open. It opens it up. It helps the offensive line. It crushes the defensive line because they're running after it. There's just an art, and I don't see that this year. I don't think anyone sees it. Even fans that are passionate Eagles fans, because I spent a lot.
In a nutshell, like he said, it looks worse on AJ because he's not primarily a route runner. He's a contested catcher. So if they already know the route, they jump in these contests. Like these is like different kind of contests. Like Devontae Smith gets open. So these routes are pretty simple, but Devontae Smith can make it seem pretty good because he gets open. Running people off, however he's doing it, he gets open. So maybe this ain't a big deal for Devontae Smith, but for A.J. Brown, most definitely. You got to scheme. Like, we ain't really got to scheme him over, but you got to give him better routes than 2-3 routes a game. 2-3 routes a game ain't going to cut it with A.J. Brown. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to cut it. So I think we got a game Friday, and, we got to get those games, man. We need every bit of these games to build. Whatever it is that KP, good Lord, KP, you put that first half was pretty nice. You come this second half and you just throw up a fucking goose egg. We got to get it better. It's got to be better than this. So that's all I got, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on so y'all don't miss no video. And we out. Let's go Birds.